What is up, everybody? It's me, Duke Farley, back at it again here on Lost at Sea. And tonight we are talking a little Big Brother season 25. We're bringing it back, with some of the familiar faces from last season. My Uncle Shane, Pat, new location, but a new face for the podcast this season. We got another brother, Logan. What is going on, Logan? Welcome to the pod. You've done a couple drafts, but welcome to Big Brother coverage.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. I'm excited to talk Big Brother with my brothers. And I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna add like a new flavor. Fuck you, Uncle Shane. I feel like I'm gonna add like a new fun flavor to this straight guy group. I'm very excited.
Wait, you're not straight?
What are you talking about?
Hey, Duke, it's not really a new face. It's the same face as Patrick, right?
We're just adding another one, another Pat.
You're not seeing double.
Pat, how are you? New apartment,
It's good.
You're not in mom's house. Broom, some laundry.
Wait,
this laundry basket.
This was scheduled. You couldn't pick that up? I have nowhere to put it. I have literally no storage, so I have to get a laundry basket. Okay, everything's just kind of all over the place. Unbelievable.
And Uncle Shane coming back for another season. How are you, and how have things been since we last spoke?
Things are good, Duke. Thanks for asking. I'm actually in New York this week, so I'm doing it from New York, and I wasn't going to do it this season, except that my nephew Logan's doing it, so I thought I have to come back if Logan's going to be there. So
Logan was.
Let me know when we're getting drinks. You let me know when we're getting drinks.
I'm gonna text you tonight. Unless you do that.
Don't do that. But we are here to talk Big Brother. We have 16 fresh faces. And then we also have a little surprise. Sorry, guys. Amber Alert on my phone.
Oh, shit. They finally caught up.
I thought you were having a stroke.
The Mitch McConnell. It's giving Mitch McConnell.
Exactly.
We have 16 new house guests. And, names are going to be tough in the beginning stages as they were last year.
Yeah.
But what are we thinking? Who are some of our faves? Logue, let's start off with you. Who are you vibing with?
Okay, so first of all, Hisam, love. He's gorgeous. He can take me out any day of the week. Yes, pull it up. Oh, gorgeous. And also a burlesque dancer. I was like, that is so cool. That is so fun. I'll pay a ticket to go see that. Also,
Hyman. That's what he called him, Hyman, which was so funny.
I also love Riley. She's great. She was giving me cool TikTok vibes. Love her. I think she's very funny. And oh god, it's not Felicia. It's not Felicia. It's
Felicia.
Felicia. Love Felicia. I would be friends with her. Yes. Yeah.
Would you guys say that you guys are into those three contestants as well? Or, are we, Pat, what are you thinking? Who are you liking this early on?
I do like Felicia a lot. I'm kind of, because she's giving me Donnie vibes, because sometimes the older people in the house don't really do as well. But for some reason, I'm like, oh god, she's so sweet. But even in her diary room, she's talking about game and seems very with it, ahead of the curve. I like her. I also like Hyman. Hyman and Riley too. I also like Blue. I think Blue's a really interesting character. I think she's gonna go really far. And then other than that, again, it's going to be a little hard with names, but but I was when the cast came out and I watched all of it, I was like, oh, dude, I don't know if I really like any of these. I thought it was going to be a returner season, and I was kind of getting hyped for that. And then when the new castmates came out, I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird people, there's a lot of
Big
I didn't
personalities.
feel like they gave a lot of big personalities. I feel like they didn't give the best like pre like intros because I feel like CBS really manufactures that. And
Yeah.
but like seeing them interact with each other, I'm like, oh, okay. Like after these first 2 episodes, I was like, oh wow, okay, I'm really, really liking this cast so far.
Pat, you mentioned, older Haskets not doing that well early on in the game or in the game of Big Brother in general, but last season we had DJ Showtime. DJ Showtime trying to put a put a spinny on Michael there.
You couldn't wait to do that, could you?
The bus driver, right?
The bus driver, DJ. How soon do you forget? Uncle Shane, what are you thinking so far of the cast overall as a whole?
I agree with Patrick in the fact that I wasn't vibing with this cast at all. But I feel like I almost never do in the first few episodes until I get to know them a little bit more. It just feels like everybody, when they introduce themselves, they just can't have like one career. It's like, I'm a math teacher and at night I'm a ninja, right? Or it's like, I'm this and I make sandwiches at night. And it's like, well, what's your job? Like, what do you like? Like
whatever happened to doctors and nurses?
Right. Like
they want to hide that.
Yeah. It's like, how about just be a nanny? Like this one. I don't know what her story is. I think she's AI. Is it possible she's not even real? Did you see her when she came out for the challenge? She was like doing that like weird thing, and I couldn't figure out what her story was.
She was still stuck in scary mode.
You know what? The person that I'm most excited about, and I'm surprised Logan didn't mention this because I thought Logan would get a kick out of this dude. This guy. Because he comes with like a promise, right? He comes with the promise of, I have hard skills as a debater. Like I will talk my way out of anything. And he did, like the first time he did. So I'm pretty impressed with him.
The king of persuasion, he likes to refer to himself as. I was hoping so much that it didn't work out for him so that Big Brother could do a little edit on that.
Right.
But it worked. He got it. He got himself off the block.
Well, that's like after that conversation, I was like, you didn't convince me. I don't know. It was very like, listen, like my back's against the wall, whatever you want though, whatever you want. And I was like, girl. But hey.
Also, when he popped up in the second episode, I was like, who the fuck is that guy? And I was like, oh wait. I completely forgot about like, him.
Rolling in.
What was that? And then he was like, I was in the scary verse. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I completely forgot about him.
He also had like a lot of the confessionals in the episode too. And every single confessional he had, he's like, I just came back from the multiverse every single time. It's like, all right, we were there.
He did a nice job of giving us play-by-play of like how people did in that final challenge, which was really entertaining. Yeah. But I think an interesting guy is this dude. And the reason why is because in the first episode, he comes out big like, I'm going to win this because my mother was this person. I'm going to win. And then the last episode, he's like, I just hope I don't go home first. Like he got his wish became like, I just got to stay another week,
How fun is it to have Cirie Fields, one of the best Survivor players ever, the best to never win on Big Brother with her son. What are we thinking? Do you think it's going to be able to translate into this game? It's much different, obviously not on an island. You're in a house here. And every week you kind of make deals, whereas Survivor's a little bit more cutthroat, a little bit more fast paced. What do you guys think of Cirie and, her son being here?
Amazing. Love it. I will say 2 things. These were the 2 things that I noticed. One, the second that they all walk into the house and Izzy is automatically like, you guys are related. The way that she was like, no, like I got you hands down, like literally, like I won't say a word, like I swear to God. I was like, damn girl, chill. Like, oh my God.
She made me nervous.
I was like, I feel like you're like screaming. I feel like you're screaming right now.
I would have loved for her to walk in and be like, oh, you're Cirie Fields. Hey, Oh my god, dude! I knew I fucking recognized you. Anyway, champagne, right?
Well, isn't that what started to happen? She did it, and like he
Yes.
shut that down and pulled her.
He's like, come to the pantry with me right now. Yeah.
He's like, shut your fucking mouth. Like, it was like, she was so not chill about that at all. Like, yeah, that was, but yeah, keep going, love.
And then the other thing that I loved was when Cirie and Jared are on the couch together, and she's like, number one, clean up that conversation. I don't
100%.
gorgeous.
Clean that up is fantastic. I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah.
Like, I
We're
shouldn't be
getting
hearing
really good
your
coaching.
plans. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's the goat, one of the goats of Survivor. So happy to see her. And she recently just won the imposter game that was on I think Hulu, right? And she was super cutthroat in that too. So I'm so excited to see her play Big Brother and cut some throats this season.
And I'm surprised that it was really cool to see her interact with Jared on the cat, like that whole like clean it up thing. And you know, I feel like some people would take that like kind of like, oh, it's day one, but he's like, yeah, no, 100%, mom. Like, because like she's such a has been in situations like this where I think in Survivor, you know, you're up against the elements, and I feel like people are way more agitated because they don't have the comforts of like civilization, and then, like, you know, you're competing in the hot sun, you're doing like, so you got to make deals. I'm really, really interested to see how she does in like a kind of more controlled environment with her. I mean, she does have the benefit that she has her son too, and they already made a target. Like, they didn't do anything. Like, because the two of them are on kind of like not like opposite sides of the house. Instantly, there's a target. I mean, because what's her name? Kirsten,
yeah.
Kirsten made herself the target, going a mile a minute. And so the benefit of having like two people like them on, like the younger, kind of like a cooler guy, and then her who's kind of like a veteran of the game, and it's like, it's cool to see them like work together, and they automatically had a target like planned out. So I was like, oh my god, these guys are going to be great.
It's tough to look cool though when you're getting mothered in reality television on television, and then you have your head in a bandana that looks like it's like a little girl. Like, you know, it's not even like the way Tupac used to do it. Like, it's just like he looks like Little Red Riding Hood. Like, I don't know what's going. It's really weird to me. I don't know.
It looked like it was always going to fall off at some point, and I was like, what is keeping that on? That is insane.
Cirie had some really nice like really cool like strategic moments throughout the second episode, though. I thought her conversation with the HOH Riley, kind of like defending her, what's his name?
Jared.
Yeah.
Saying, you know, he's somebody that I would want my kids to hang out with, you know, and I thought that was awesome. And eventually, you know, Riley has the decision to take people off the block and does so. Also, her relationship with Felicia, I think, is going to be a lot of fun to watch if she can save her here in this first vote, because they seem to be a fun little older women's duo.
Yeah. I like them, and I want to get your opinions on the HOH, because I feel like this was an HOH you'd want to win, because I feel you don't have to put anyone up. You just got to take them down. I don't understand why more people didn't like really go for that. I don't know. Is that because I know it's like but it's like that whole idea that winning the first HOH is never good has been disproven. Like, you know,
right?
It's not a real thing. And then you don't even have to put anyone up. You just have to take them down. And then the worst case, somebody comes off the veto, and then you have to put somebody up. But like, you basically don't get a lot of blood on your hands because you can't take everybody down. I don't know. I was super surprised. Not a lot of people gunned for that.
It seemed like it was only Riley that went for it. Everybody else seemed to have some sort of, I want to throw it a little bit here.
Also, like, oh my god. I was looking at that, and maybe this is like me as a viewer at home in my bed being like, oh, I could do that. But like, oh my God, guys. I was like, have we never walked before? Like, I was like, just go on the blue one. Like it.
That's
like,
what I was.
I was like,
Yeah, the blue one.
Wiley literally just jogged, and I was like, guys,
what about this guy ducking under?
Dude, back.
I'm
His
ready to see
giant
more of
ass got like he got hit in the ass. It's like you're a grown ass man. You're not going to get underneath the pendulum.
Somebody that was on the bench was like smooth dismount. And I was like,
was it him who tried to like push it back to be like, no? What one of them like got hit and then tried to like push it away.
Yeah.
it does not
Yeah,
work.
the Big Brother engineers were like, no, you're gonna fall the fuck off. you're not gonna muscle this one.
Right.
What about like what were the Big Brother engineers thinking when they just incorporate a boot kicking you in the ass in everything? Like everything is a boot kicking you in the ass.
Yeah,
And they brought it back for the have not room exit. You have to spin the wheel and kick yourself.
That was like last year when they had a competition where it was just to-go boxes, restaurant to-go boxes in the backyard. It's like this one, they just like, all right, let's move it from the backyard into the have-not house. We'll just,
yeah.
It's like, wow, that's recycling.
It's like, can we just get somebody to run a 7-Eleven real quick, get a bunch? We'll just throw it at them, I guess. We'll just throw shit at them. Yeah, I would love to see the pitch meeting on that. It's like, okay, guys, hear me out. We're gonna do this all summer. We're gonna kick their ass, literally. Like Jared, ew, what the fuck? But yeah, the have not, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the beds look super comfortable.
The guy, what about the guy? He like chose to sleep on the cheese. That's not even a bed. Like that was just like that was just I don't know.
It's the worst one.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I guess I got the cheese. It's like, why? There's 4 other beds that people didn't even claim yet.
It seems like you want the cheese.
Right, you want airtime. You know. Speaking of airtime, do you think Big Brother is forcing the Red and Cameron, the hillbilly and the chillbilly relationship on us, the bromance? Because they had that little scene of them outside the bathroom, and like we're supposed to just buy into the fact that they're just 2 crazy guys that love to be together. I'm not buying it.
I feel like if you have crazy hair, they're like, hillbilly, you are backwoods, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those two I'm getting nothing from.
Yeah. Right.
You know, he's just the one dude's just spitting on his boot and cleaning. It's like, hey, what can we just, maybe let's not. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you don't have any
it's like he's like
in the Big Brother house.
Yeah, did he not have a chance to like make moonshine? They're like, what could he do? What could he do that could just reinforce that redneck? He could spit on his boots. Hey man, why don't your boots could use a little cleaning? Like they're like the producers.
Right, like how dirty did his boots get from walking into the house to the first 2 hours?
It's the same guy who pitched the kicking in the butt. He goes, spit on your boot. All right.
A lot of foot stuff.
A lot of foot stuff, Big Brother.
Some interesting competitions in the beginning of the game. They were split up into these 4 groups. What did you guys think of the scary section where you kind of just laid on the ground and held onto the ground and then get ripped off into nowhere? All-time low?
It's tough because it's not a very visual competition because we don't know the pressure that's on it, and they're face down. So it's like right now, Logan's showing you like if he's in incredible pain right now, we have no idea. We have no idea how much stress that was.
And the only way you know is by listening to them. And Riley, man, she was struggling. She was like, I was like, oh my God, girl, take a breath. Take a breath.
It looked like they were sleeping. It was just so weird. Just like
the one dude just had one arm on it. He was
he like let go. It's like so it made you wonder like, is this really difficult at all, or is this did they pass out?
And it was so funny because Julie, it was clearly going longer than they expected, and Julie was like, all right, still hanging on. Okay, and like they're definitely cranking it up, but you you can't tell at all. And Julie's like, you guys are pretty good at this. Like, wow. I thought that was like so funny. They were just, yeah, that was a weird competition.
Patrick, you mentioned Julie, so I have a question for you guys. I mean, I can't imagine that show hosted by anybody else. I think she does such a great job, and she's so like connected to the show. But was she talking extremely slow? Was that so the gentleman who is deaf she would make sure that he understood her? Because I just felt like she was talking so slow. Meanwhile, you don't even know that guy is deaf. He speaks so well, and he's able, like, it looks like he picks things up so easily. So it just felt like in my mind, I was like, is she dragging this out, or is it trying to make sure that he gets all the instructions as easily as everybody else? Did you guys even notice that?
I
didn't
noticed
even
that
notice it,
Julie
no.
was kind of tripping over her words a lot of the like during the live portion of the premiere. I thought she like fumbled a lot, but I didn't notice that she was talking slower than usual.
Okay.
But
All right.
that guy's cool too. I was like, this guy, like, he gives off a very, I mean, I don't know. I always say that, and then week 4 they say something that's fucked up, and I'm like, oh my God, damn it. Like, so I'm not gonna say anything. But he was like, it's cool that, he seems like a cool guy. I like the deaf angle. He's ripped. So,
deaf.
it's cool. It's like cool to see somebody who's, hearing impaired, Lo. Jeez, representation. God damn. And he's hot.
I'm really into deaf people right now.
I like the deaf angle you're going with. Is that a bit? It's like, no, I'm actually deaf. Whatever.
Also, going back to the scary verse competition, we also don't see Corey let go. He just like is that all of a sudden you hear and then he's just laying there, and like we don't actually see him let go, so we like miss the whole like him letting go part. And I just saw him like dragged away, and I was like, that is hilarious. I was like, this is funny.
It looked like his face caught like the lip of the edge of the thing on the way out.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah.
That looks like it might have hurt.
Rough.
But he came back fine. And he got himself off the block with the persuasion skills. What do we think about Riley's decision to leave Kirsten, who there was a little bit of an alliance, not really that strong, left her on the block with Felicia? Do we think we're going to be saying bye, Felicia, at the end of the week?
Nice. How excited was Felicia to say that line though on the show?
Yeah.
Did you? She could not wait to drop that line, and then she even gave it a little look like, "Do you follow?" It's like, yeah, we all follow you, Felicia. We all got.
Yeah.
2014 was important to all of us, Felicia.
It took 6 takes, but she got it.
That whole alliance meeting was absolutely hilarious because it from my perspective, it looked like they were like, like an alliance because like we'll work out at 5 a.m. and Kirsten is like, no, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's lock this down like right now. Like, let's lock this down. And everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. And then cut to her confessional. And she's like, I'm feeling really good about my alliance. Like, I just need to stay strong with them. And everyone else is like, yeah, I don't know what that was about, but like, I'm not gonna say no to anything.
I also thought it was kind of, and I don't want to know what you guys think. I thought it was like kind of weirdly insulting of Kirsten to like go up to the 2 older women and be like, listen, you guys are kind of old and people might be targeting you. I got you though. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, that's just kind of, didn't need to say that. Just say, I got you. I feel good with you. Like, you didn't need to call out their age in front of them. But yeah, also that alliance, that was just like the most uncomfortable alliance ever made, I think. That was just like people who were kind of, I love the bit where they're like, no, I want to work out, so I'm not too in this.
Do they get the award for the worst name of an alliance too?
I was like,
what is the name?
The one dude was
Phalanges?
super.
I don't know. Is it like fingers? I have no idea. It was so bad.
So
I remember
one
thinking,
dude
like, I
was
don't even know what that
super into
means.
it.
It was so bad that they didn't put the hashtag underneath. You know, when you make an alliance, it's like hashtag this. They didn't do that. I was like, because I was waiting for that. I was like, what the fuck is the name? What is
You
that?
think the
Like,
you think the Chiron guy is in the trailer? Like, nah, I'm not even. I'm not.
So that looks like it's being broken up pretty early on in the game. Let's look ahead here to this. Obviously Veto still in play, but would we say Kirsten is looking like she's going to be the first boot here?
Oh, but we get a do they get to compete to try to get out of it?
The Veto, I think, is going to be the next episode. So they do have the ability to compete and take themselves off the block. But right now it's not looking great for her, I could say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also interesting to see that in these first few weeks, everything is so new that I feel like it's either one or the other, where maybe she can talk to somebody, build something with someone to take her off. But I think nobody wants to be the person to, like, if I take you down and somebody else goes up, now they're going to be mad at me. Like, there's that. The first few weeks are usually the Wild West because alliances are forming. So maybe she can make something happen. I don't think so, because based on the 9 hours that she was making alliances, did a terrible job of, like, number one, solidifying anything, and two, just running around. So now people know who is running around talking. Even Corey said it. He was like, she's playing too hard right now. And so I feel like everybody's like, okay, that's it. Everybody's kind of on the same boat. Let's get her out. But I don't know if, because it's so early, maybe she can form something, or if she does win, that's gonna be a super interesting episode. But I don't know.
We've got another Messiah on our hands, I think.
Oh God.
Too hard, too fast. Slow down, girl.
Or
Well, we were last season, Taylor was in some pretty hot water early, and she, got off the block and made it all the way to the end. So never say never.
Yeah, but that was because they were going after her because she was, like, attractive and athletic, and the guys took notice of her, so that's why they kind of hated on her.
Yeah.
it's also just just straight up bullying.
Yeah.
Just like they were just like terrible to her.
And then the girl who started it all bailed with, like, just issues.
She was like, "This is
Paloma.
too much."
Yeah,
Paloma. All of America hates you. That's why you're leaving.
But what are we thinking, like, long term? Because I see two huge strategists in the game, and I think we're gonna get an epic battle between, whether it's early on or later on. It seems like Corey, his name's Corey, right? The nerdy guy who got ripped off.
The young guy. Yeah.
I'm thinking Corey and Cirie might be the two strategists, the two people with a lot of confessionals talking about, what's going on. And he knows who she is. Obviously, he seems to be a pretty, well-versed in these games. So what do you guys see that, or do you think that maybe they'll work together?
I see that, Duke. I think because he made it very clear in one of his confessionals that he is like, I'm gonna beat her. So I think he's probably gonna strike while the iron's hot. It doesn't do him any favors that her son is in the game and he has no idea. So, he says something to him trying to get an ally. It's almost game over Corey. So I guess it depends on who he aligns with. And if the situation pops up, you have to take her out, which I feel like a majority of the house is like, oh, she's like a legend. We can't be like, I don't know, because no one other than Corey has said that. So I don't know if it's an instance of nobody really caring or realizing who they're in the house with. But, it is cool to see Corey and Cirie on the opposite ends there, but I don't know.
I think Izzy's going to end up blowing Cirie's game. I don't think that she can help but keep her mouth shut. Like, she's going to say something. in her next alliance, she's going to be like, I have a little secret, and then she's going to put it out there, and then it's going to come out. And then we'll see exactly how good Cirie is. Like, once that information's out there, if she can turn it around, then she's worthy of winning. But her son has no shot in this game, without his mom. And he made that clear. Like, we can see that immediately. He's like useless. He's not his mother,
Do you guys?
Every time.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Do you think there's ever going to be? Could you guys see Cirie just cutting bait with her son and just eliminating him?
Oh, no.
Because she's super
I don't know.
cutthroat.
I don't think after what we've seen, there's no way, because she keeps talking about how great it is, and this is, we're together, and it's cool to be here with my son, and this and that. It would be really, really crazy if she was like, "Yeah, I voted to a victim." That would be
I were
nuts.
CBS, I would pay that. I'd be like, I'll pay you $750,000 to vote out your son just for the sheer TV of
For the
it.
goofs.
You know what, Logan? I don't think they're going to have to. I think right now she's like, when I see his face, I see my own. And then she's going to be like, when I see his face, it makes me fucking sick. He's out. It's like, we're like 2 weeks away from that.
Oh, Nathan.
Hey, Nate.
Wait, was that him?
Are we gonna make our picks? Are we doing picks this week? Or are we doing?
Yeah, Pat, that is a great idea. I know, last season, I don't think anybody picked Taylor to win the game. I think we were pretty much all at DJ Showtime last season. So I think let's mix it up.
We got on the bus.
We got on the bus. Logan, who do you think is going to win the game?
Ooh. Also, I didn't say this before. Love Jag. I'm very excited to see more of Jag. I think he's great,
Jag.
and I think he's going to be very good. But
Jag. Jag.
I think out of what I know now and standing with my rainbow brothers and sisters, I'm going to go with Heisem. Very excited.
Good pick.
Very excited to see how he does.
What do you think of Heisem's laugh?
He's so cute. Kind of grating, but so cute.
That was good. That was good.
That was really good, Pat.
All today I've been working on it.
Uncle Shane, who are you picking right now as your winner pick?
Let me just start with not this guy. Okay. I vote this guy to never get a Hallmark movie.
Did you alter that guy's face?
No, that's his face, dude. That's his face. I'm gonna go with. And I'm hoping it's this dude. Although I hated him at first, but now I'm getting a kick out of him. Corey.
Pat.
Oh, jeez. I think I'm gonna go with Blue. I like Blue.
What do you like about Blue, Pat? Yeah.
I think she's way more cutthroat than she leads on. But I think she's like personably she's also like cool looking, and I feel like she's like really like got a cool style, and I feel like people are going to gravitate towards her. But I think she's like a game player. So I hope I'm kind of rooting for Blue.
Do you know who likes Blue? Blue, because she was like, I've got the look, I've got the whole, like, she started listing all her qualities, which there was no need to do that, but she's a big fan of herself.
Said we asked you what you had for dinner, Blue.
Blue, or like I kind of like Jag too, because I forgot about him, but I do like Jag too. But
I think he's playing it low key this first round. Smart.
Yeah.
I'm going Cirie Fields. I mean, she is iconic. She's, like I said, the best to never win Survivor. And I can't wait to see if she ends up cutting her son, because that would be so fun for the show. And I think she wins this season.
Nobody mentioned her, though.
Jesus Christ. Oi, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Anything else that you guys could think of that in these first 2 episodes that we haven't covered that you want to talk about?
Not really. There was a lot more gameplay than I expected. Like, because I feel like the first 2 episodes are like, obviously not the most
Get to know
exciting,
you.
but I feel like, yeah, I feel like these 2 episodes, I was like pleasantly surprised with how kind of like much talking there is, and on the game and stuff, and like the fact that a target was kind of pinned on someone automatically. I was like, oh, that's great.
I don't think for volunteering to have slop helps you. Like, I don't think anybody's like, wow, what a team player. We should keep that guy because he'll eat the slop. Like, it doesn't do anything.
He'll
Such
sleep
a
on the
stupid move.
cheese, but he kind of likes it for some reason.
Yeah.
Are you volunteering to be a have-not week 1? I'm not.
No.
I'm never volunteering for that, man.
I think I would. Because I feel like you get to, like, whoever joins you, you can kind of just automatically make something because you have to sleep in there. And you're kind of going through it with them. Maybe not a bad strategy. Just saying.
Cold
Well,
showers,
Well, guys,
It is a shower.
it's been electric. I can't wait to see what happens in this week with the veto and everything, and I can't wait to recap it again next week.
Do you have a screen on your microphone? You're
It
so
filters out the bad
professional.
sound.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you, Duke.